We're on a mission to hike Tasmania's spectacular Overland Track, which runs from Cradle Mountain 80 kilometres south to Lake St Clair with a few side trips along the way. In the last episode, we all met up in Launceston and got started on the track.
Hey, how are you, buddy? It's Cradle Mountain in the background there, and Barn Bluff just coming into view.
Our first side trip challenge was to climb to the summit of Barn Bluff, which is Tasmania's 4th highest mountain.
It just gets more and more intimidating the closer you get.
It gets a little precarious as you approach the top.
Rock and roll.
If you look right back down there where all those rocks are, you just see it? That's my comfort zone. It's way back down there.
But we managed to get there and live to talk about
Track down there that we'll be going on later on.
In this episode, we get a few more days of hiking under our belt and set our sights on our next big side trip, reaching the summit of Tasmania's highest mountain, Mount Ossa.
Ooh, here comes the rain too, I can feel it.
We just need to try and dodge a big rainstorm that's heading our way.
It's pretty hard to capture the steepness of things on a camera, but I'm trying. Mountain goat mode. For some people this would be absolutely easy. Those sort of, rock climbing mountaineering types. Those weirdos. I'm not one of them. We just come down that was the worst bit. So in theory it gets a bit easier, although a bit slipperier. A lot more loose stuff down there. So you look at these arrows here, see? People scratched arrows in because the temptation is to go that way. But then you get here and you realise, no, there's an arrow this way. So look out for those. So far I'm going to say that getting down has been easier than getting up. So if you can get up there, you'll get down. Don't step on that spot there, it's slippery. We are almost at the end of the rocky scrambly bit. I was just saying how bloody happy I am with these boots. These are the Keen Targi, I think they are. And they have been awesome. I feel like I'm stuck to these rocks. So far, no blisters, and no band-aids, no nothing, just socks. One pair of socks.
Just coming off the last bit of these rocks. Are you relieved? As he slipped.
Slips at the last second.
Wait till he's off those rocks. There we go. Are you relieved?
I am. We've broken the back of it now.
Yeah, good.
Here we are, back again. We were just up there. Only like only seconds ago we were up there.
Lunchtime, I'm excited.
Alright, so if you're interested in doing this, it's taken us 4 hours and 17 minutes to get there and back from the hut. And it was 10.7 kilometres. So that's a bit of info for you. If you're planning this, it's definitely an awesome walk. But a little scrambly at the top. And yeah, probably allow about 4.5 hours if you're going at the pace we are. Highly recommended. Right, lunch is over. It was pretty good actually. That sort of vermicelli spicy soup with a packet of sweet chili tuna in there. It was really nice. 3 hours to Windermere Hut. Rob's left already. He's about 20 minutes in front of us to get a head start. I think he was itching to get walking because he's been sitting around all day. We're going to try and get down there, probably get down there about 6:30. It should be still daylight because it's not getting dark till quite a bit later here, this time of year. Actually got the legs out right now. I know, it's scary. And the reason I'm wearing this is just because the back of my neck is pretty sunburnt. Copped a bit of sunburn yesterday because I didn't think to put any sunscreen on. And so anyway, trying to avoid too much sun for a day or two just to let it settle down. In theory, this is the easiest stretch of the whole lot between these two huts because it's pretty flat and it's only 3 hours. Say goodbye to Barn Bluff until we get here next time. Hard to believe I was up the top of that only a few hours ago.
Start walking when we're both got our cameras pointing at us.
Yeah.
It's like, who do I talk to? Yes, it is.
How's the view, eh?
That's my walking track at the moment. Couldn't ask for anything better.
This is Lake Windermere coming up here, which is a nice spot for a swim if you're really into swimming in cold water.
Look at that beautiful lake. And I think that might be Mount Ossa in the distance there, right? In the far distance. But when you get to Pelion Hut, which we'll be at tomorrow, we're over the other side of that.
Oh, wow.
looking back this way is a spectacular view from Pelion Hut over to Mount Oakley, as you'll find out tomorrow. How far did you go in? Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Up to the Akadaka sign. Look at that, it's just kind of freaking me out to think that I was on the top of that earlier today and now I'm all the way over here. It's amazing to think how far you can cover on foot in a day, and we actually haven't walked that far. I'm nearly at the next hut, and it's only been a very short day, but still that summit seems like a long way away from here. God, I love this place. There's the hut up through the trees. There's just something really special about the Overland Track in this part of Tasmania, but you just feel like you're so connected to the earth here. And it's just such a beautiful place, and I just want to keep coming back, you know. It's my third time and I'm absolutely certain it won't be my last. Even though there's, you know, you could spend your lifetime trying to walk every track in the world and not get it done. Some of them just leave an impression on you and you just want to keep going back, and this is the one for me. So yeah, if I can encourage you to get out there and make it happen and put this one on your bucket list, and even if it takes a year or two of planning, because you know you do need to book ahead. It's quite competitive to get the tickets to get out here, and I'll explain a little bit more about that later on at some stage, but it's worth it, you know. Just plan it for next year or the year after, and do it. It's just such a special thing, and you don't have to be extremely fit. It's not an extremely tough walk. You know, the rangers of the national parks do a pretty epic job of building boards and everything over the tough bits. It's just a nice long walk that you can knock over in 5, 6, 7, 8 days, depending on how much time you got. I'd encourage you to take more rather than less, just so you don't have to rush. But anyway, I'm here. This is not the hut that was here last time I was here. This is much newer and nicer. How you holding up, bud?
Yeah, good, yeah?
Yeah, bloody good.
Yeah. Wasn't too taxing that bit?
Nah, it's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just a nice walk through the countryside.
Yeah.
How's the serenity? It's pretty nice.
That's awesome. Well done, too.
Oh, they just stopped to have a little play in the water. I thought I'd just take the opportunity to show you the toilet box here, because as far as long drops go, this is probably about the best ones I've ever seen. So in this one there's two toilets, male, female, whichever, and plenty of space, doors that lock, and yeah, I mean, it's a long drop, but it's all very clean. There's actually an epic view of the lake, so if you're really tall you can see out the window while you're doing your thing. And it doesn't smell in here at all, because they've got exhaust fans that actually suck the air from down below and out the top. So, you know, you got this view to enjoy while you're up here. What can I say? They've absolutely nailed it. And for a place that has no services, it's totally self-sufficient. They've done an amazing job. So it's almost luxury, roughing it at a luxury level. Here come the stragglers.
Fresh stragglers.
Did you notice, like, just a little bit further around the lake there was a nice little landing and everything?
I thought, oh no.
I'd contemplated turning around, going back and telling you, I thought, oh, you're already in by now, so how good's this?
Yeah, this is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is not what you'd expect in the middle of the bush.
It's just, it's bizarre.
Where are you?
We're in room 3.
These are like freeze-dried apples.
Yeah, they almost dissolve in your mouth.
And they're like crispy. There we go.
I've really
I'll have apple flavoured porridge today.
Sometimes I actually feel like you'd better off having a big double serve at lunchtime.
You do look forward to the end of the day though, don't you?
You do. Usually the third day it starts to feel a bit better.
And you're saying it's not? It still feels heavy?
It still feels, actually kind of feels heavier.
Yeah.
Have you been putting stuff in there?
Yeah. Well, shall we tell him now?
No.
What's the plan today, lads?
Oh, big long walk, I reckon.
Yeah.
I was going to say walk up the hill, but you know.
Start with that and then see where we go from there?
Yeah. Well, there's a track that everyone else went down, so
Follow.
we thought we'll just follow them.
Yeah, good plan. Pelion Hut is the mission today. 14.2 kilometres.
At least someone else knows what
It's
we're doing.
8:43, so we've got loads of time. We'll probably stop a few times along the way.
Oh, you mean we can have a smoke,
We can
eh?
have a coffee.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd
Yeah.
love that.
Coffee stop. This is track notes with Rob.
So basically, fairly flat, a little bit of undulation uphill, but it only looks like maybe 50 metres up. Generally flat, one last 50 metre, and then
Generally down.
4k downhill, and a bit of a 300 metre rise.
From memory,
Around
this is through the forest.
Yeah.
This is where all the
This is the route.
this
is the wombat area.
Roots and rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is what they call it, frog flats. That's
Yeah.
right. So you sort of come back up to the hut.
Yeah. The last.
It gets pretty wet in here because it's in a valley.
The last sort of 2k's is a fairly reasonable 300 metre climb.
Yeah. And that's the goal. Pelion
That's
Hut.
the goal. The hotel,
Yeah.
Pelion Hotel.
The Pelion Hotel.
That's where we're going for the first stop.
Pelion Hotel. That's the last stop.
Oh.
All right, let's do it. All right. Bloody process.
We're about to take off from this hut. We thought we might as well go for a walk today for something different.
We do that every day.
Everyone's commenting that their bag still feels exactly the same weight as when they started.
Graceful? No. Alright, what have we got? 8:46. How's it that I've already walked 1.5 kilometres this morning? I feel like I've been anywhere. See you down there. So that's Mount Ossa we're walking towards up there. You see the edge of it, it's just a nice silhouette in the distance there. So we're kind of on the western side of it now, but when we get to Pelion we'll be on the southern side of it. So we're basically walking around, and we'll be looking straight across the plains towards it from Pelion Hut, which is a pretty awesome view, especially around sunset. And tomorrow, we haven't kind of worked out what we're going to do over the next couple of days. We're just waiting to see what the weather does. Today's Monday, and so tomorrow afternoon there's a storm forecast to come through, and we can't climb Mount Ossa while it's raining because it's too slippery, you know, climbing up over rocks and things like that. And so we've really got a couple of options. The first option is that we stay here at Pelion tonight, get a real early start tomorrow, and try to get up to Ossa before the weather hits, or we stay here 2 nights and go after the weather. We haven't really worked out which way we're going to go yet. We'll probably try and get an updated forecast tonight when we get to Pelion, and then we'll figure it out. With the whole Overland Track, you've just got to, you know, there's all these side tracks, like there's Barn Bluff and there's Cradle Mountain, and then there's Mount Ossa, and there's a few others. Pelion West, Doris, the Acropolis, that you sort of, you just have to wait and see what the opportunity is to do them. You'd be unlikely to be able to do them all in one trip, although I'm sure people have, but that would be pretty fortunate to be able to squeeze them all into one trip. So it just means you've got to keep coming back over and over again to eventually get them all done. That's the strategy anyway. So you really don't want to get them all done on one trip, because then you've got no reason to come back next time. That's what I'm working on anyway.
They call this section of the track the Pine Forest Moor, and it's basically a lot of button grass and bogs.
Pretty easy to imagine that you could sink into that. It's got that sort of quicksand look about it. Thankfully, we have these nice duck boards to walk along. Back in the enchanted forest, which is not a bad thing because it's nice and cool in here, out of the sun.
Smoko spot.
This looks like a good smoko spot to me.
Coffee's
And all
not
the
optional at
chairs.
this point.
Oh, I'm doing a cool drink, I think. Smoker?
Okay.
Coffee number 2 for the day.
Have a flat white.
I'll have an egg and bacon roll with my coffee, thank you.
Yeah, I'll fire up the cappuccino machine.
Yeah.
That's the ficus.
She's the perfect thing for my YouTube.
Yeah.
What do you call this, no? You hear me say all the time in my videos.
Actually got the David Attenborough. What am I going to do?
Okay, smoko's over. Next stop, lunch. Is it lunchtime yet? It's 11 now. 11:30 for lunch?
Oh, for lunch, 1:30.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
Sounds like a long time away.
Wow, that's actually a lot colder than
Yeah.
the lake that we're in. This is a hell of a, this is icy.
Well, that's probably better for your ankles then. Is your ankle swollen?
Yeah, it is.
Leave it in there. That's good.
That is burning cold.
It's good for you.
This was frozen just minutes ago.
So what's with the dodgy ankles, mate? What's the story?
The story.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was when I was younger. I used to love a lot of cross-country running and had a running group that I went with. I twisted my ankle on a curb of the side of the road and limped a little bit, then continued my whole running session with the group. That was my
Do you want to hear the true story?
Yeah.
What?
That he was drunk with a mate and they were wrestling and he got pushed the wrong way and his ankle hurt.
I did break my ankle. That was my ankle?
Yeah, that's when you were wrestling with a mate and you went over on your ankle.
Was it my ankle or my knee? There was something that I broke with that.
No, that was your ankle. You hurt your ankle badly there and you can't remember because you were drunk at the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is another thing I broke my ankle with,
Yeah,
yes.
so there's multiple injuries.
Mm.
Yeah, it actually looks like your foot's a bit bent down there.
This is the bad one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can see it's swollen, but it actually looks like it on a weird angle, but maybe that's just the way you're sitting. Alright. Forward progress is ground to a halt. I think we need to turn left around this way. So you're over there in the bog, but I'm going to take the dry path over this way. Just got to duck under this tree. Not easy. Okay.
Oh, the river here. Maybe that way? or you could swing off of the tree.
Swing, yeah. Do Tarzan style, mate. And then
That's
fall
going to
in.
give you too many views if I go that way.
Yeah. That's good content that way, man.
You know, I may not be making the correct decisions here. You can go on your own path.
I'm just waiting for you to fall over and do something really silly, and then I've got a thumbnail for the for this
Me
episode.
on my ass,
Yeah, balancing act here. Feel like we're getting a bit more and more mud the further we go.
Up here,
Yeah, that's the way I was going to go.
Oh, this way looks a lot. Next minute.
No action today. Not yet, anyway.
River crossing.
Alright, we're deep into roots and rocks territory now. It's a bit wet, but it's not too bad. But the rain is a few days old, so it has had a chance to dry out. So this is the long forest section that runs down into Frog Flat, which is the valley down the bottom we're going to get to, and then we go through there, up out the other side, and that's where the hut is. So, from memory, we'll be basically in this sort of forest all the way to the finish line for today.
Did the overtake?
Yeah, passing manoeuvre.
A light first
boiling a lot of water in a quick period of time, when it fizzles it shits all over jet coils and things like that.
These are pretty good. Got this from Snowy's. Nice.
There's a high chance I'll probably fall over.
Not going to be any good for bloody producers.
Gourmet tuna and noodles stir fry, something or other. It's a gourmet dish. Not really, but it'll taste alright and it'll do the job.
Look at that.
Last one, big head. Bit of a...
Alright, this is the big climb out of Frog Flats, which we just went through. I'm sure the rangers had added more of these boards since I was here 14 years ago, because I distinctly remember there being a lot of mud going through Frog Flats there. It was a lot wetter than what it is this trip so far. I remember it down the bottom there being a bit of a bog. Ducking under the occasional log. We're on the home stretch. So this is the turn off to Old Pelion Hut. Just down that way. 10 minutes to go. See Mount Ossa over there. Catching glimpses of the hut through the trees there. They call them huts, but hut seems inappropriate now. They're sort of hut mansions. Chalets. Chalets is probably a more accurate description. Without the open fire and the bar and all that sort of stuff. Getting close now. Right, this is it, guys. The famous Pelion Hut. Sweeping views of Mount Ossa there. So this one was here when I first came through here 18 years ago. So it was one of the first of the rebuilt huts, I think. And how's the view? How'd you like that view off your front doorstep? Not bad, eh? Having a helipad down there with your own helicopter would be pretty handy too. When the sun sets, this just looks absolutely magnificent, but we'll see that in a few hours. Look like you've walked nearly 20 k's, mate.
1 to 15 was okay. 15 to 16 knocked me around.
Started to get hard.
16 to 20, again, I was okay.
Yeah, funny, isn't it, how you go through those?
It was that hill between 15 and 16, which was no bigger, probably smaller than the ones we went up.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was running out of petrol at that point.
Tank was running dry.
Tank was running dry, but got the top.
Yeah.
Topped off with water, halfway up, and
started firing again.
Made it through to the finish.
Yeah, you might have just been a bit dehydrated, eh?
Oh. The same hill at the 1 kilometre mark and the 15 kilometre mark are two different hills.
Yeah. Quick tour of the inside of the hut here. The chalet, I mean. Bunk beds. Plenty of free ones, that's good. There's loads. I reckon in this room here would be the good one.
Boys in yet?
I don't know, I haven't seen them.
They might have been down to Old.
They might have. I was looking at their bags, I didn't notice any.
This is
Yeah, I reckon. 3 oldies on the bottom and Zak up the top.
Yep.
Alright, what have we got? What's on the menu tonight?
Lamb casserole. Yeah, but I put also beef in it too.
Beef and lamb.
Beef and lamb. Yeah. And add peas to it as well. Got to have the peas to it.
That was probably the worst night's sleep I've ever had in my life.
Oh, really? Why?
I
Didn't go to sleep.
I just dozed off and then I would wake up again. And then I doze off and then I wake up again.
Oh, okay.
Such is life, that's why they invented coffee.
Between people snoring, coughing and having bad dreams, plus the rolling over and the noisy mattresses, I reckon I managed to get less than 2 hours sleep last night. I think tonight I'm going to get my tent out and just listen to the sound of nature instead of the hut echo chamber.
Rechased the one last night, wet flat, time lapse. So I'll probably get another GoPro out of that one.
Zak and I are both burning through the batteries pretty quickly, keeping our cameras going. We're starting to wonder if we're going to have enough power to last us the full 8 days. Rob's bought his little solar panel, so Zak's going to give that a go and see if he can squeeze some charge into some of his batteries.
Kiora Hut is what we'll be going to.
Kiora today, yeah.
Kiora, but we'll be stopping, well, it's a little bit over halfway along the track and dropping the bags. Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
And then climbing a mountain. What was the mountain called, Rob?
Ossa, Mount
Ossa?
Ossa.
Mount Ossa.
Which is
highest point in Tasmania.
1,300?
700.
700?
I'm going to talk to this guy, he knows what's going on.
1717. Mount Ossa. Not Mount Pelion East or Doris or Oakley.
Or West Pelion.
Or West Pelion.
Yeah.
So I was not prepared for this.
Yeah.
What is
One job.
Every tosser climbs Ossa.
Well, that's why we're going up then, isn't it? Alright, so, you done your stretches, mate?
Enough, yeah.
You done enough?
You don't want any more?
You look a bit taller.
Yeah. Thanks. For my age, I should be shrinking.
You're grateful for everything, yeah. Alright, let's do this, eh? Testing out the new trekking pole selfie cam today. The GoPro will go on here. So, we'll see how good that is. Yeah, it's meant to be getting lighter.
Feels a bit lighter.
Yeah. It would be if I didn't have 2 extra litres of water in there.
Yeah. Well, I'm carrying the same water that I started with every day.
Yeah, okay.
I started with that 1.8 litres, 1.7 litres every day. Be worth $600, no question.
So what happened?
A rodent or a local inhabitant chewed through the side of a tent. Not ours.
Thankfully.
I kept mine safe and it's bad.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Lugged it all this way to not set it up just in case it gets chewed through.
Damaged.
Yeah. Currently having bets as to how long we're going to be keeping these fleeces on. It's cold down here, but once we get up there it'll be warming up. See you, Pelion. Till next time.
I should have camped out here last night. I'll definitely be getting the tent out tonight though.
So what we're trying to do here is get in front of the weather, because there's supposed to be some crappy weather coming in this afternoon, although the weather forecast on the Garmin inReach last night didn't look too bad. So we don't know. As it looks now, it looks perfect, so there's no real indications it's going to go bad yet, but in case it does, looking out for the pretty early start. So it's pretty much steady uphill. It's steady uphill all the way to the junction of Mount Ossa, and then we go pretty much uphill from there as well. So the first half of the day's all up and the second half of the day's all down.
That's the babbling.
The babbling of the brook.
That's it.
Babbling of the brook.
Yeah,
Yes, it's beautiful.
it's very nice.
This sort of scene is probably something you could send to Winona too. Wish you were here.
Yeah.
Such a romantic. It's Valentine's Day and Gary's getting all mushy.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
I'd never get my other half on a trip like this though. No way.
I've got hopes of getting Jen on here.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no.
hope so.
yeah. We talk about it one day, next couple of years. She could do it.
Yeah, I reckon I could get her on the 3 Capes. We're doing she's doing a couple of little day walks with that crew, that Big Heart Adventures.
Yeah.
And we're doing an 8K walk next Saturday down at Okaparinga Gorge,
Okay.
just led by National Parks. So
That's
she's starting to get a bit of interest in
Yeah,
short stuff. And then I think, something like 3 Capes where
yeah. It's a bit more civilised.
civilised, don't have to carry as much gear.
He's into it.
She could carry a little 30-litre pack with a sleeping bag and
Yeah,
some food.
yeah.
I could carry a bigger one.
Oh, well, there we go. It sounds like we've got a mission.
I'd have to do the same.
It's small steps.
Winona would be able to carry about 10-15.
10k.
Yeah.
She could definitely do the walk. It's just the pack.
Yeah.
There's not much of it.
But you've got all this spare space here for the other pack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
The baby pack?
other full size one on the front. So just let Winona do all the video and photo work, and you just lug the gear.
I'm
You're the camel.
Just a couple of backpacks walking around.
You're a pack horse. Alright, so it sounds like our mission is to get all of the women out here on the next trip.
Oh, it's not going to happen my ass.
Yeah.
Okay, can you chill the bottle of wine for me now, please?
Well, you could chill it in the creek here.
Carry it.
You get wine in plastic.
In cask.
Yeah, exactly.
The goon cask.
Goon bag.
Bitches.
Up and up and up and up and up. Another up, a little bit more up. More ups. It's an up kind of day. Alright, it's not all up, there's a bit of a down here. We get some downs. Okay, here we are, up out of the trees onto the saddle. Mount Ossa's up that way. That's probably Mount Ossa there, the summit you can see through there. But the junction's just up here over the hill. Quite a climb from Pelion Hut up to here, but fantastic. Definitely gets the heart pumping. This is it. This is the junction.
Just above me, is it?
Yeah, it's the one above your head there. And that'll be Doris. So Doris will be the one on the right, and Ossa's the one on the left. Look at that. Toast with Vegemite. Where did I get toast with Vegemite? Out here, in the middle of the Overland Track. Well, these lovely ladies over here gave it to us. They're on a organised group tour, and they bake fresh bread every morning in the hut where they stay. They had a bit left over, so they gave it to us, and it is absolutely awesome. Thank you very much, ladies, much appreciated.
I thought I'd have some bread with my Nutella.
A bit of cloud in the horizon there. Put the pack covers on, leading face upside down like that, so that if it rains they won't get wet. It also helps keep the currawongs out.
That's it. Yeah, put them together.
They can have a little chit chat. Bob's going to go and reserve us a good spot in the hut.
I'll reserve the hot spot in the hut. Have fun up there, boys.
Yeah, we'll have Zak to make a casserole or some steaks or something.
Don't forget to chill those fucking beers.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I could go some more toast.
That's pretty good.
Probably not gonna get into my lunch stash today based on that toast.
we'll see. It doesn't hurt to have a bit of reserve. Alright, we ready, lads? Let's do this. Conquer this mountain. That's the goal. Up there. Alright, let's go. Start the watch. Outdoor walk. Should be an outdoor mountain climb. So the first time I did the Overland Track, as I came up to this saddle, it was absolutely bucketing down. Just got smashed by the rain. It had been raining ever since I left Pelion Hut. But just coming up over the saddle here, it was just intense. It was fun. It was nice walking in the rain, but there was just no thoughts of climbing Ossa at that stage. And then when I came back 4 years later, did the track again, thought, well, we'll get up there this time. And I was here with another mate, and we had a red hot go at it, but storm came in as we were about halfway up, and everything just got wet and slippery, and it was another washout. So this is third time lucky, hopefully, and we're doing this with an impending storm, so it's almost a bit of deja vu.
How far up did you get, Steve?
Most of the way. We got most of the way up, but it sort of gets a bit scrambly towards the top, and that was where we sort of thought, nah, too slippery. Yeah, it's just more ups. Up. Unlike Barn Bluff though, we've actually got staircase here, so I'm not complaining. There we go. So we started. There's Rob. You can see Rob down there. The remnants of the old track here. New one's definitely an improvement.
You can see where we're going, all the way up there.
Looks a bit imposing from this angle.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a steep climb, doesn't it? Hey, he's made it halfway.
I think we're over the halfway mark, aren't we?
Halfway of elevation, I reckon.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that.
Make way for Steve. There's rain. Look at these drops on the rocks forming. I thought it was sweat dripping off Steve's brow, but now I realised it is not.
Alright, we're going to get up there before rain sets in.
After this,
Mountain goats, huh?
just tough.
Tough mountain goats.
Hardcore.
Hardcore.
Started to scramble a bit. Memories of Barn Bluff 2 days ago. This is the spot I got to last time. Just along this edge, and the rain just set in big time to the point where it was just running down. Couldn't even see the top because of the clouds, and we just said nah. Actually didn't realise that we were as close as we are, but it was just treacherous, so we reluctantly turned back.
Okay.
And said next time.
I can see why you would have turned back if it was wet.
Pretty specky view from here. Let's have a look out there, eh? Look at that. Unbelievable.
That little peak over there, do you know its name?
Yeah, that's East Pelion East over there. Ooh, it's cooling down.
I think, to be honest, like here usually is the best way. I mean, you guys are already onto it, but
Up that way.
going this way I find is easiest
Yeah, it looks a bit of it.
because you've got more footholds.
Yeah, that's way better.
Or through that crack there, but there's like you got to keep yourself up quite high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm following her, Zak, not you.
Sorry?
She knows where she's going, you're lost.
Look, you can do it, but
Well, you've done it before, so
Yeah.
experience is the best thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's a little bit easier now. I think we're over the main scrambly bit. And I think we'll find that the summit is just over the top there. How's that view? It is epic. I think we're getting close. Alright. Mission accomplished. So this is the plateau on the top. Tippy top's up here. So it's a little bit further. too challenging though. To get to the plateau, you can get to the top. A little bit more scrambling.
Ooh, here comes the rain too, I can feel it.
There we go. Well, we did it, lads. Well done. So this is Kendall's mint cake. Jen gave me this before we left, and I'll read you what it says on the back. Romney's Kendall mint cake was the first mint cake to be successfully carried to the top of Mount Everest on the 29th of May 1953, this being the first successful expedition to the summit. So that's what they ate on top.
Upside down. Thank you.
On top. Thank you very much. So we thought, well, actually Jen thought, take this with you and have it on the summit of Mount Ossa if you get up there. So that's what we're going to do, guys. Well, it's actually like solid chunks of mint.
Thank you. A chunk of mint.
Mint.
To conquering mountains,
Alright, very good.
even if they are a quarter the size of Mount Everest.
Sort of peppery minty. Wheaten.
Bit of sugar.
Nice. We need that energy to get back down.
I would have carried that to the top of Mount Everest.
Yeah. Thanks, Jen. Good call. It's going down very well. We'll save Rob a bit. Expedition support team. He's currently getting the beers cold, cooking the steaks down the hut there. Yeah, that's Barn Bluff over there. We were up that summit there a couple of days ago. That's Cradle Mountain. Oh, it's starting to rain. You can see the rain over there. Look, it's coming towards us.
Yeah, it is.
It was a very wet night last night.